This video is about how to play Latlong with your borders cards. This is about latitude and longitude. You'll only need the cards with the flags on the back, so you can remove all of the cards with the borders logo from the deck before you start. Shuffle the cards and then deal some cards to each player, same number of cards to each player. We recommend 3 or 4 cards each to start with, but you can change that as you get better at the game. Now, this is a game to play once you start to learn the flags and know which countries the flags belong to. Okay, to start the game, you turn over the top card from the deck and you put it in the middle of the table. Then each player takes a turn to choose a card from their hand and say whether it is further north, further south, further east, or further west than the card currently on the table. So, for example, if I take this as my next card, I will say that it's going to be further south. Turn it over and see that the original card was latitude 52 north. This one is latitude 42 north, so it is south, so that's correct. The next player then looks at their hand, chooses which card to play. Without turning it over, they then choose whether it's east or west of the first card that was played, or north or south. And if there are multiple cards in the column, they have to choose whether it's further north than the topmost one, further south than the bottommost one, or somewhere in the middle of some of the cards already in the lineup or in the cross. So let's say that I think this card is further east. I turn it over, and the original card was 4 degrees east. This one is 17 degrees east, so that is correct. And as you play, you'll build up a cross of cards with the first card in the middle, center of the cross, and the other cards north and south of it, and east and west. Okay, alternate back to another player, and they turn over their card, and let's say play this card, and they think this card is to the west of the first card. We turn it over, and the first card was 4 degrees east. This one is 16 degrees east, so that's incorrect. They put the card next to the deck and draw another card to replace the one that they got wrong. And then we go back to the next player, and they take a card, and let's say they think this card is further north. First one was 52 degrees north. This one's 53 degrees north, so that's correct. And as you'll see, a cross starts to build up. Okay, next player takes a card and says, okay, I think this card is further east than the center card, but not as far east as the last card. So it's going to go in the middle. And then we turn it over, and it is 12 degrees east, which is more than 4 and less than 17. So that is correct. The next player looks at their card, and then the choices are to say it's further north than the topmost card, further south than the southmost card, or is it in between one of them? Or is it further east or west, or in the middle of the east-west row? Let's look at this card, and I'll say that this card is further east than Italy. We turn it over, and it is further east than Italy, 12, 19, but it's also further east than Slovakia, so that's a mistake. And this player draws another card. And play continues until one of the players manages to play the last card correctly to the table, and then they are the winner. If the deck runs out and there's no clear winner, then you can either say whoever has the fewest cards at that point is the winner, or you can shuffle the cards that were incorrect the first time round to make a new draw deck, and optionally clear the cross, the latitude longitude cross from the table, turn over the top card to start a new cross. Obviously, if you clear the cross before continuing play, then it makes it easier. But if you do not clear the cross, then the cards will have been seen once before, so it encourages players to remember the cards that were wrong, and it can help you to learn the positions of the countries more quickly. This game can also be played cooperatively, for example, by families. In this case, you have 2 choices. Either you take a hand of cards, as in the competitive game, and as a family, you work to try and play out your hand of cards. Again, drawing a replacement card for every mistake you make. Or you can play it so that you draw from the deck every time, and your aim is to try and put as many cards into the cross as possible. And every time you make a mistake, you just put the card to the side of the deck, show it was a mistake, and then you just as a family try to set yourself a new family high score of the number of cards you played to the cross. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy playing latitude longitude with your borders cards. And if you have any suggestions about other ways to play latitude longitude or any other borders games, we would love to hear from you. Thank you very much. Bye for now.